You may love your employees, but do they hurt your business with their nonverbal communication? We're going to talk about this common challenge today on this episode of Bite-Sized Brilliance. In case you're wondering, who is this guy? Well, hi, my name is Ken Okel. I am a keynote speaker, and I talk to audiences about ways you can improve your performance on the job, get better. What do? Also, I write books. The latest book is called Get Better: Smart Business Advice from Unexpected Mentors, available now. Let's talk about nonverbal communication. And this takes me to an example. Happened a few weeks ago. Went to the dentist. When I go to the dentist, I get the first appointment of the day. That day, I got to the appointment a couple minutes early. Get to the dentist office, the door is unlocked. It's quiet inside, so I just sit down because I figure the employees are going to come in just a second. A moment later, the rest of the employees come in, and they're walking right past me. It's a small waiting area that they're walking through. And all of them look like they are going to jail. They're dragging their feet. They look frustrated, kind of mumbling to themselves. And none of them acknowledged me or said good morning, nothing, even though you couldn't walk through the room without seeing me. This was a major concern for me because in that moment, if I am the happiest person at the dentist office, then that dental practice has a big problem. Your nonverbal communication can say a lot to people, so you need to make sure that you're paying attention to it. Don't take it for granted. What are elements of good nonverbal communication, and how can we use it to enhance the customer experience? First thing, simple one: greeting customers with a smile. Hi, thanks so much for coming in. Can I help you with anything? It's not delivered as a threat. It's not delivered like, oh, I was busy. Now I have to greet you. No, it's like, hi, good to see you. How can I help you? See how that differs from not paying attention to someone, being on your phone? Positive body language is also a factor you need to consider. Standing upright, looking people in the eye, not having like your arms crossed or, something like that. You are greeting someone in a positive way. Pay attention to people's body language. Look at it. You'll know pretty quick if it is welcoming or not, and that can help you make some changes or suggestions. Some people just may not know, hey, what I'm doing is actually customer repellent. I have had jobs where you have to stand for long parts of the day, and I know that it can be tempting to slouch or kind of lean on something. You want to avoid that as much as you can. Good, positive posture. If you need to take a break, do it out of the eye shot. Basically, with all these things, we have to remember that when it comes to the customer experience and we're the employee, it's showtime. We have to assume that people are looking at us all the time. And here's something: in today's world with smartphones, if you're like slouched back and not paying attention, maybe you look like you're asleep, someone could take a picture of that and share it with the world instantly. And suddenly your business has a new problem. You want to make sure when people are out there, they understand it's showtime, posture is good, paying attention to the customers, ready to serve their needs. Basically, good way to think about it: how would you like to be treated? Nobody wants to come into a place, see someone who's slouching around, doesn't seem to care about them, and is maybe occupied with something else non-related to work. Final tip is to make sure that nonverbal communication is part of your training process from the start. It can work as a corrective action, but really try to make sure that you are telling people, this is how we want you to behave. These are our expectations. We're going to be watching for this. It's not necessarily that hard to do these things, but people need to understand it is expected of you, and not doing it hurts the business and could hurt your position. Model the positive habits, tell people why they're important, and then make sure you hold them accountable. A little problem tends to grow. And if people see, oh, this employee gets away with all these things, before long, you may see more and more people embracing those bad habits. Nonverbal communication, it's an important part of the human interaction, the customer process. Make sure yours is good. For more about me, hey, go to my website, kenokel.com. Now, while you're there, you can watch some video clips from my keynote presentations. You can listen to my podcast, The 2-Minute Takeaway, and you can find out more about that book, Get Better, Smart Business Advice from Unexpected Mentors, which happens to be available from Amazon as we speak. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.